Only those who have been enlightened know the divine geometry of the tetrahedron, which grants access to the gates of knowledge. What's this load of baloney? These people are out of their minds, no doubt about it, and they clearly have a pathological obsession with Egypt. There's a pyramid in the center of this chamber. I wonder if... Certain sections of this pyramid seem to move.
For a moment, Harry wondered whether it was a good idea to mess with the mechanism, but he quickly dismissed the thought.
Even if it meant alerting someone, he had to find Evangeline and get out of there.
Yes, the doors to the upper rooms are open. A black statue of a pharaoh. I don't know which one it represents, but it's unsettling to say the least. This looks like an astronomer's office. So these freaks have masks, code names, and hieroglyphs assigned to each of them. Different constellations. It would take a good eye to locate all of them in the night sky. Heaven's sake, these kooks really are obsessed with ancient Egypt. This book seems to recount traditions of ancient Egypt. This book seems to recount... An archaeologist's office for sure. There's something written in German in these pages.
Although Harry's German was a bit rusty, He understood what it meant.
This must be the group's official photographer. This guy has been all over the world.
The letter laid bare the bad blood between some of the cult members. Something pretty common when power-hungry fanatics are involved.
A bin full of discarded prints. Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structures written on the bottles. Looks like a device to make prints from photographic film. This office looks expensive. This fella clearly has expensive tastes. I'm impressed. You have to be some kind of narcissist to snap a pic of yourself, especially if it's just to show off your muscles. The robbery at my house could have gone way worse, all things considered. October 29th. What nonsense are they talking about now? Trays with various chemical substances. They even have the molecular structures written on the bottles. Drat, I messed it up. I should start again. I knew Bowen would never abandon his Nazi pals. Well, looks like they give this medal to just about anyone.
Evangeline was there.
Please be all right, Evangeline. Let's go, Miss Drayton. We have to get out of here.
Look, it's the engineer. I've seen one of those creatures before. In my dreams. In the Stone City, in the jungle. He spoke to me in my dreams, Professor. I have
Forget about it, Miss Drayton. We'd have to call the police and...
Calling the police won't do any good, Professor. We have to go to Spitzbergen. I need to talk with him, with the great engineer.
Miss Drayton, don't you realize this doesn't make any sense? We can't chase Bowen and his...
No, you don't understand. Bowen isn't in Spitzbergen. He's on his way to the city, on his way to Nakotis.
Harry couldn't believe what he had just heard. Evangeline had mentioned a place he had known in dreams, long ago. So long ago, he had nearly forgotten it.
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world.
All these questions came crashing down on Harry. And suddenly, he wasn't so convinced anymore. Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once they got to Spitzbergen. They talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order.
They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of.
But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because every time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long flight leaves plenty of time to think.
Professor?
Yes?
When I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you know my father, Professor?